Are men okay? That's the question that I'm asking in this video. Now, there are a lot of people out there saying that men are not okay. They're bad people. And I want to get to the bottom of that in today's video. Will we discover that men are the terrible people that we are portrayed as in social media and in the media in general? Or will we come to the realization that men ain't too bad? There's just a few bad apples. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's have a look.
I'm gonna get banned from Disney.
Oh God.
I swear we're
This
about
is
to get
Lily
banned from Disney.
Tino,
Last summer,
who is a trans woman, possibly, allegedly.
Last summer, I got my cake pops removed.
Last summer, Lily got Lily's cake pops removed. What does that mean, you ask? Lily had her balls lopped off.
And the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel.
Oh God, that all just sounds so horrible. Does that really make you happier? Because it's not like you're getting fake boobs where, like, you know, it's obvious. Look, I've got boobs, I can show them off. Like, it's all very internal, right? You're basically like putting your cock and balls on an anvil and having someone just whack it with a hammer, and then it looks more like a pussy and you're like, oh cool, I'm a woman now. Like, can't you just be happy with being a trans woman who has a penis? Like, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Be you, do you. Just be happy. But I don't know, I hear so many people say that this surgery is horrific and the recovery rate, horrific. For the females turning into males, they have to take a big chunk of the skin off your arm to make the fake dick. It's a whole thing. Just be happy with yourself, all right? Cool.
Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth on my marshmallow wand.
You have a hairy cock? That's weird.
That's bad because the outside of the wand is what becomes the inside of the tunnel.
Ooh.
So you don't want hair growing there,
No.
or else it's very uncomfortable.
I bet.
So I talked to my surgeon and he said that it would be best to postpone the procedure
Until you have a
after
shave.
removal
Oh,
is
hair
complete.
removal, okay.
My hair removal technician thinks it will be before the end of the year. So
That's great that your hair removal technician thinks that you won't have a hairy inside pussy. No one wants a hairy inside pussy. That's how you get carpet burn on your cock, and that's a terrible time for everybody involved.
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed that your dick is no longer hairy, sir. Lady, sorry. Have a bite. Yeah, let's
here, by the
fucking...
way.
My mum's here. Oh, cheers, mum. Have a bite of my cock that I'm about to lop off. Okay. So this is obviously... I'm just going to take down the copyright music. Old Love here is getting... I'll be honest. There's a dude in the background that I didn't see at the start. What are you doing, mate? This reminds me of a video about awareness. And it says at the start of the video, pay attention to what's going on in the video. And I think the video is dudes throwing a basketball around. And then halfway through, you see a bear walk through the middle of the people throwing the ball around, but you don't see it because you're watching the ball. I was watching the lady with the pole dancing and I didn't see fucking her dad behind her. What are you doing, mate? You look like you should work on a forklift. What are you doing? Stop it. Behave.
This guy let his smegma build up for 30 years straight without ever attending to it, to a point where it actually turned into rock, like it legitimately calcified into rock.
That's, all right. All right. So, if you're not versed in the male anatomy, smegma is, think of it like this. You know when you leave a coffee cup out for a number of days and you get dick cheese in it? That's what smegma is, right? She's talking about a dude with smegma building up for 30 years. I want to hear more about myself.
It's just the culmination of like schlong cheese that is compiled of things like dead skin, oil, just like peen juice.
Can you turn smegma into rocks? Like, how do you know that? Are there geologists out there that are particularly interested in this field? Can you break apart the little bits of smegma and find fossils of women you've encountered over the years? Who knows? I'm really fascinated by this conversation, obviously.
Okay. It turned into rocks. What the fuck? Like, that is one of the worst smells in general anyway.
If you got smegma, it means you're not washing your cock enough. Just give her a wash, gents. That's all you got to do. Bit of soap and water. It doesn't mean you need to get a circumcision, all right? Circumcision, not great for you. You want to have that peen head, soft and supple, ready to move anywhere at any moment's notice. You don't want it hard as a fucking rock. I guess one of the positives about having it hard as a rock is you're not going to get smegma. There's one positive.
Has to imagine like that was the most heinous thing that's like literally ever been created odor-wise. But
I don't know, there's some smelly pussies out there. There are some smelly pussies, and I think it would be interesting to get the world's smelliest pussy, your mum's, and the world's smelliest dick, and figure out what is the more pungent aroma. It's a conversation for another time, but I think it's something we should look into. Okay, we've got another lady here. Things my ex did and I still stayed. Now I know this video is about men, but we have women complaining about men, so it is still about men, so don't freak out.
Things my ex did and I still stayed. He gave me chlamydia.
Whoa! That sucks. Usually if you have chlamydia, you've caught it off someone else. So that probably means he's been doing a bit of rooting around.
Twice.
Twice?
He threatened to kill my dog Sadie.
Okay. If you stay with someone who threatens to kill your dog and keeps giving you fucking chlamydia, you're an idiot, all right? Now, I understand that not every situation is the same, and some people, it's too dangerous to get out, but fucking get out, please, for Christ's sake.
He threw me out of his apartment for accidentally starting my period during quiet time.
That's not good. I know I'm trying to crack jokes, but that's horrible.
Wouldn't talk to me for 2 weeks after.
Why are you still with him? He's a fucking wanker. He's a piece of shit.
Piggybacking on that, he could not have intercourse unless Cartoon Network was on in the background.
I don't believe you. He can't have sex, he can't get hard unless fucking Johnny Bravo's on in the background, unless the Powerpuff Girls are playing. I'm doing well to remember Cartoon Network shows. Mate, there's no way, all right? And if it is true, then he has horrific problems.
Like, he could not perform otherwise. He would ask me a lot to try and sneak pictures of my girlfriends when they were changing. Obviously, I never did it.
Why are you with him?
But I just brushed it off as him being a silly little perv. He told me he had fantasies about my mother. He told me, and I quote, "You would be a perfect 10 if it weren't for your boobs."
Fucking hell.
He lied and told his parents that I was 22 and not in fact my real age, which was 18.
So she's only young. I mean, I guess sometimes you gotta fucking experience a huge piece of shit to realise that there are huge pieces of shit in the world, but you shouldn't have to, but I guess maybe sometimes you gotta.
Whether or not this is all one ex or a collective of exes of mine, that's for you to decide.
But nonetheless, this is obviously a horrible dude, and if you are in any way abusive towards someone, whether it's financial abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, then you're a piece of shit. Doesn't matter about your gender or what type of sexual relationship you're with someone in. You're a piece of shit, and you should fucking have a good hard look at yourself, you cockhead. Your husband wears makeup. Why, mate? Why is he doing it? He's a good looking dude. You don't need to do that, number one. But for men, you just need to realise that this shit, whatever you got going on here, that's you, bro, and you just gotta fucking deal with it. If the women, if they want to go and pretend that they're hot when they got a face like a fucking burnt cake, then they can go and do that, all right? They can go and do that in their own time. But we as men need to sit over here and have a good old realisation that we are all ugly as fuck. And I did enjoy one of the top comments there with 13,000 likes. Does he use tampons too? If your man wears makeup, is he okay? No.
Chad Satchel was an adult entertainer who called himself Mr. Fantasy. Today,
Mr. Fantasy. He is Mr. Fantasy.
A judge called him guilty of
Firearms?
firearm possession, but not of inciting fear.
Will you strip again?
The 32-year-old.
So we've got a bloke here who dares to walk around with a firearm. This is an outrage.
Down King Street in August 2022.
Unbelievable.
Police responding to reports of a man retrieving
Disgusting.
what looked like an assault rifle from his car.
Hang on.
Instead, finding the stripper preparing to perform to 50 women. His SWAT costume and illegal gel blaster.
He had a gel blaster, which is a gun, like a toy gun that shoots gel little balls. They're illegal in New South Wales. You can get them in other states throughout Australia. I used to do ads for them on YouTube. They're really fun, but they're illegal here. They're considered a firearm. You can go to jail for having one.
Props. Part of the act.
Where's the sexy costume now?
Fucking leave him alone. It was a gel blaster. Why is he being so serious too? He should be like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Supported by his parents and pregnant partner in court today, he was fined $500 with a spent conviction for weapon possession.
That's crazy.
But cleared of the charge
That's
of
another
causing
thing in
fear.
Australia. You can't have those type of toy guns. You can't have anything to defend yourself. It's ridiculous. And I've spoken about this quite a bit in videos recently. I think absolutely you should be able to carry pepper spray. That is absolutely just madness that you can't do that in this country, and that should change fucking tomorrow. If you want to help women feel more comfortable, give them pepper spray. All right? And you might say, well, they shouldn't have to carry pepper spray. Okay, fine. Have that argument if you want, but I still think they should be able to carry it if they want to.
Normalize posting why you broke up on the internet.
I was struggling with postpartum depression 2.5 weeks after giving birth. So my partner thought that I was asking for too much when I was asking him to be home and spend time with me and love his son and be there for me.
Oh, shit.
But because I wasn't doing the dishes or doing the laundry or making him food, I wasn't a good enough partner, and I was asking for too much.
When you have a bub, the experience that you have as a man is very different to what your partner has as a woman. What they go through is incredible, and the changes that they have hormonally is just horrific. And you need to be there as the dude, as the father for your child, number one, but also for your partner. You need to be there all the time, and you need to carry most of the load. She's carried your load for 9 months. Now it's your turn, big fella. But yeah, it's tough. Women feel so many different things when they've had a bub, and so do dads. But you as the man in the situation need to fucking pull yourself together and do everything you can to help. And if you aren't putting in that effort and you think you should be out with your mates and all that type of stuff, then you're not a good dad. Sorry. You're not being a good bloke. You're not looking after your partner, the person you're supposed to love more than anything in this world, alongside your baby. Those first 12 months after having a bub are horrific for women, or can be horrific for women, and you need to be there non-stop, dude. I know you got to work and stuff, but when you get home, you need to be on dad mode. And I know a lot of dads are, not saying that at all. Most are. The good ones anyway. But yeah, this is horrific what she's going through.
Okay, I am the problem. I went on a date with this guy and he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like, that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over. And I was like, cool.
Okay, so we've all been in situations where someone doesn't want to sleep with someone, and the appropriate thing, as I don't need to say this, but I'll say it anyway, is to respect other people's decisions, obviously. Let's see what she says from there.
So I go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's
lovely.
So nice. He
Beautiful.
cuddles me all night.
Cuddles all night.
And I'm like, are you gay? Like, what?
Okay, I think this video is in the wrong video. Are women okay? Fucking no. Fucking no. Apparently not.
I just wanted him to like try, and then for me to be like, no. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Fucking fuck you, lady.
I wasn't gonna sleep with him. I just now I feel ugly.
Yeah, the shit that you are currently speaking is pretty fucking ugly. You're what's wrong with the world. Shit like that. All right, there's no audio on this one because it's copyright music, but it's Teenage Dirtbag by Weaponized. Just put that in your head. Are you ready? Be nice to your homies in high school. Okay, they're gonna kiss this lovely couple, and he was a dude. Fuck yeah, bro. 2024. How good. Be nice to your mates at school. You might root them one day.
I would like to see the sign that says no hammocks.
We've got a whole.
Where's the no hammock sign?
We got a whole list of things. No.
I can see you. You can't see me.
If you don't come out of that.
I'm not here.
Call the police. No.
What?
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god. That's not me.
Well, oh my god.
There are so many mentally ill people in America.
I said I won't be stopped.
This is why guns are a problem, because there's people like this that exist. I love guns, but this is a problem.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
I couldn't spin that much. I would be very, very dizzy, all right? That's fucking terrifying me. That's how old I'm getting. That's terrifying me watching this. Oh, he hit him.
Oh my god.
What the?
You're gonna give yourself a concussion.
Fucking, I don't even know what to say to that. As if catching public transport isn't embarrassing enough. Then you do something like that. Fucking get that man all of the antipsychotics now.
You're not going to believe this. The other day, my husband was looking at our 2-year-old and he said, "Your nails are so short. They're always so short." And then he looked over at me and said, "How come her nails don't grow?" Does that mean she has like a vitamin deficiency?
Oh, let me
Keep in
guess.
mind she's 2, and what this means is he has never cut or filed her nails in over 2 years. So I started thinking, wow.
In my house, I cut the nails because Addy puts up a fucking fight. He hates having his nails cut.
He doesn't know
But it's
that
gotta
I
be
do
done.
that. I wonder if he knows how her butt gets clean. I wonder if he has any idea why her teeth are always white.
I would be so embarrassed if I was this dude. Like, I know he's building a deck, that's awesome. But you as the man have to put in 200% effort. And that may seem unfair to some of the dudes watching, but too bad. You are the dude. You are the man in this house. You need to fucking put in more effort than everybody else. And then your wife will also put in more effort than everybody. And then together, you're going to be this amazing household that does all these incredible things, and you're going to have a beautiful life for your kids. But if you're not there at least offering to cut nails and brush teeth and brush hair and all that shit, man, what are you doing? Did you want to be a dad for what? What did you want to be a dad for? I hate that shit. I spoke about it in my book. Like, we are not our dads. We need to put in so much more effort than our dads. And I'm not saying our dads are bad people, personally. I'm not saying that your dad's a bad person, my dad, but we need to put in more effort because they put in more effort than their dads. And we need to keep growing on that. This shit about men's duties and women's duties when it comes to parenthood, yeah, there's some things that we learn better from our father and from our mother, but we have to be willing to put in all of that effort to make our children's lives all that much better. Because if you don't have a happy wife or your partner and you're not happy, then your kids aren't going to be happy. So you need to bust your fucking ass, mate. And it looks like he's busting his ass anyway, but I don't know. Just do the little things, I guess. Now, this hasn't been an overly serious video, but I feel sometimes answering the question, are men okay, is often answered with a, unfortunately, no.
So my plan B was to get home, tell your wife and kids you love them, then walk into the garage and hang yourself. Walked into the house, wife's taking a shower, kids are out back playing. So I go in to tell the wife I'm home, I love you. And I wasn't even gonna tell the kids, I was just gonna walk in to the garage and hang myself. So she was shower, she's like, hey babe, do you wanna jump in the shower with me? And that's what saved my life. Because I got in the shower, she goes like this, you know, try to feel. She just looks at me in the eyes, she goes, baby, she goes, please tell me what's going on. And
That's
you know,
crazy
me
that-
thinking I was hiding everything very well.
He was heading to hang himself.
I just broke down.
One
It's
conversation
just
from his
floodgates
partner.
start crying. And all I could tell her was like, I don't know what's going on. I said, the only thing I do know is I have my Glock 21. I just pulled the trigger on it twice.
Fuck.
I'm pissed off that the rounds didn't go off. And my plan is to be in here to tell you I love you and to go out to the garage and hang myself. That day my wife took action. And that's what saved my life.
We've got Addy with us. He was upset upstairs because it was time for bed. It's a heavy thing to watch things like that because there's so many people going through that shit right now. And if you're one of those people, please reach out to professionals, find some help, because there is a way to get out of that mindset and get out of that way of living your life. And it's not the end. You have so much more to live for, like that dude found out. And sometimes you just need one person to believe in you and to give you a way out. That's what that dude had. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, ladies and gentlemen. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the middle. I've got to stop swearing. He's saying mum and dad and some other words now, so I've got to be careful, don't I, mate? We'll see you next time. Toodaloo, au revoir. Time for bed? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It's not night time. You're just ready for a nap. See you later. Bye.